Hello everyone, welcome to episode 18 of Counting Stitches. My name is Bianca, I'm from the Netherlands. You can find me on Ravelry as Bianca SCH, on Instagram as Jeopardize with an H after the J, and that's all the socials I have. So this is my little corner of the internet where I talk about knitting, crochet, and sometimes other crafts I might do. I'm not always punctual, so I'm a little late again, but that's kind of a norm here. I'm never on the first of the month, but hey, I'm trying, and I was away for the weekend, so I had to wait for Monday to arrive, because it's my day off now. So, you ready? Let's start with what I'm wearing, then I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna show you. And I'm gonna grab something because I've got one. So, this is my crochet dress. It's about knee length. Let me just pull it up a little. Nothing indecent will show. This is from a YouTube tutorial by Anu's Crochet, I think, and it was called Pet Dress. I made it a couple of years ago. I don't get to wear it often because it's kind of tight underneath the arms, but otherwise it would have been really low. Let me grab the one I forgot and I will be right back. Yeah, chaos. That's my brain at the moment. So yeah, let's do a counter. I have 2 finished objects, of which one's already gone, but it's the same pattern, so that's okay. I have a cat that's awake. Cat that's awake. I have 2 new cast-ons, and I have 3 new cast-ons. I have 2 whips. 2 whips. I have 2 cats that are awake now. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start with whips. So I'm gonna start with the one I forgot to grab. It's not because I don't think it's important, it's more because it was in a different part of my house, because I may or may not have applied for another test, and this got put on. Give me a moment. Hey, how up? Okay, they're fine. Got put on hold. My red cat has or the ginger cat has a tendency to try and eat his sister. So yeah, if he does, I might have to stop it from happening. Yeah, so it's a little mess. I took my needles out because I needed them for my new project. Yeah, this is my own lace design. I'm just trying to figure out where everything belongs so I can show it properly, because I am always very well prepared for stuff. There we go. There. So I started this from the bottom up. It is a lace that will stretch. My intention was for it to hit the hips. I apparently miscounted my repeats, and it is now a crop top. I tried it on, it fits, looks good. I think it's on my Instagram, it might have been on my stories, but should be there if you want to see. I have split for the arm openings. I am now working on the neckline to get the length that I will need for the shoulders. Yeah, using a cotton crinkly sounds that I did put here, which I got at a thrift store. It is an older yarn. It's 100% mercerized cotton, 50 grams, about 125 meters, which amounts to like 105 yards or something like that. I'm not sure. So yeah, I have 8 of these. I'm on my 3rd ball at the moment, so it's on hold. I am using my 3.75 needles. I have the short ones on here, which technically means I could continue. I don't have the brain space for it. Yeah, because stuff has been kind of hectic around here. It's a basic repeat. The pre-repeat goes on once you decrease for the shoulder, which takes a lot of counting. I'm taking notes for it because I've already had people ask me if they can test it for me once it's done, which means I may need to look into it. So this is technically the 2nd pattern in my vintage inspired collection. First one was my sweater Jane. This is her sister Lizzie. So Elizabeth. For those who get the reference, go you. So yeah, making this. It's on hold. I hope to finish it before the summer ends. And since we've been having a lot of rain, summer hasn't even started yet. Next one. I can't really tell anything more about it. I talked about it last month, I think, as well. So, and this is an oldie. We haven't seen this one in a while. And it has been in my purse with the new cost on. So, yeah, that's a thing. This is my sock. Well, my stocking, really. For my 1900s costume. So, toe-up sock, which was the first time for me doing that. It's pretty good. The underside is just stockinette, and top is 2x2 rib. Once I got past the heel, pattern kind of went out the window. So yeah, I'm now on the leg, which I am doing increases for, actually. There you go. And I purposely I'm doing the increases on the inside of the leg. So this would be the right side stocking, so the increases would be on the inside of my leg, as opposed to the back of my leg. I have cankles, so I need a lot of stitches. Luckily for me, rip really stretches, so as long as I keep on increasing, which I'm doing every 10th row at this point, I should be okay. I hope I will be okay, because I have frocked this like 2 times already. It's a 2.5 millimeter Addy Flexi thingy, long yarns for socks. I have 2 of these combined into one big cake. Like I said, I ripped this back, and I am just working on this when I am waiting for stuff, or when there's nothing to do at my work, or yeah, that's the thing. What? Not much to tell about that one either. So yeah, you know, I might have better have been starting with finished objects, but hey, can't change the past. So yeah, cast on still. So this one has been in my purse as well. This is my house sock. This is just generic acrylic yarn. And like I said, it's been in my purse, so there is needles in there and things, and well, yeah. It's gonna be shorty. I'm gonna do an afterthought heel, as you can see by this one. It's a 3 75 needles, so kind of chunky. I'm planning on doing rubber bits underneath the foot so I won't slip. Just chunky house needles. I went down for the stockings. I ended up with 64 stitches, and for this one I have 50 I think. I have 60, so it's a lot. It's the same circumference, but because the yarn is a lot chunkier and the needles are chunkier, it needs less stitches. It will fit. I'm just plowing on in my downtime. I actually call this my mama mini sock because that's where I do my volunteer work. And I bring it there. I'm just behind the register, just knitting with this on my arm, so that's fine. And when I need to help someone at the register, I will just put it down and do my thing. So yeah, that's this. The yarn is from Stash. I don't think it's even from Stash. I think this was part of the colors I got from my aunt, for whom I made a cardigan. So yeah, this is one of those leftover balls, and I'm working through Stash. I am officially, I'm not de-stashing, but I'm officially on a yarn buying ban. Self-proclaimed one. Unless I find really good yarn and in a quantity of which I know I can make either a top or a sweater, I'm not buying it anymore. I have so much yarn that I basically need an extra room to put it, and my house isn't that big, so yeah. So no more yarn. I'm working from Stash. You're gonna see weird projects for me, but it's fine. I actually have a lot of single balls of yarn, which I'm gonna try and combine with other stuff. I need to look into it. So this is one of the first stash busting things. I have another one because my third cast on is a thing. It's a thing, and with the hectic at my work and everything around it, I didn't have the brain space in the evenings to work on it. And for like the past 2.5 weeks, this has been a daytime project only because I just couldn't cope. Yeah, so before I go into that, let me show you my easy project. So I'm not using a pattern for this. Yarn is from Stash. I don't know what it is. I think it's acrylic. It doesn't smell like wool. I am making a shawl, and the yarn isn't perfect because, yeah, thrift store yarn, so there are spots in there that I had to mend already, but I think that will block out a bit. And perfection is overrated, so there you go. I am doing 4 increases on a row, 5.5mm needles. I have already switched to a longer cable, and the idea is that this will be at least like 2 meters or something. So we're now basically at probably 1, a little less if I don't stretch. I have a lot of this yarn. This is still the first ball. Yeah, so I started with 5 stitches and working back and front. I am increasing on the right side of the work and just purling on the back side of the work. I don't mind purling. This is my really brain off, just stare at nothing, watch a movie kind of project. Sometimes you need that to just shut yourself down. So yeah, this is my downtime project. It also came with me on the train last weekend when I went to Castlefest, which is like a Renaissance fair in the Netherlands. Yeah, so I'm having a good time already. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this scarf once it's done, but I might be able to find a home for it, like for a discounted price, because the yarn isn't 100%. Every now and then there's splitting, and it's fine. It's thrift store yarn. You know what you're getting. Well, you don't know what you're getting, but you know there's always a risk with getting yarn like this. And my intention was to make v-neck version of Jane with this yarn, and I'm glad I didn't do that, because it would have been a thing. I have to make some knot at weird angles, so the stitches pull together a little bit. From a distance, it isn't that bad, you know. And if you're wearing it like over your shoulders and you're just tying it, and it's big and floofy like a cape, who cares? You know, so it should be fine. And it's really soft for an acrylic. Yeah, so that's my downtime. Increases are just the yarn over every other row, so it grows pretty quickly. You're increasing 4 stitches every other row, so 5, 9, go on like that. I'm not sure how many stitches I have. Like I said, this is my brain off, watch a movie kind of project, and I needed that. I really needed that because I've been struggling a bit. It's okay, you know, it happens. Just needs to find some downtime before I actually just blow up in someone's face. So yeah, I'm doing my own thing at the moment. Well, not entirely. I'm doing one test, which it's the next one on. So we've been asked not to talk about this. Well, we can talk about it. We can't show a lot of it. Which means I'm gonna give you some details on what I'm using in yarn respecting and needles and where I'm at and stuff. I can't actually show you all the details. So this is one of Marzena's. Marzena does that. She did that with the last one as well, with the last 2 actually, and Monoi was a thing as well. But this one hit me at a point where I was like, well, just send me a bill for the pattern. I'm not doing it anymore. This is a sweater that has a twisted rib. It has short rows. It has 4 different kind of lace charts or cable charts. Well, more like cable charts than lace charts. And you're increasing at the same time. So you are, and I had never done twisted rib before, but I was like, oh, I've done it, so I think I can. And it's, the twisted rib wasn't the issue at all, actually. Twisted rib's fine, you know. Yeah, so let me show you twisted rib. And you carry the twisted rib. So I'm not showing you all the charts, but there was 1 or 2 in there. You're doing twisted rib, then after the border you're going into the short rows. At the same time you're starting the charts, but you're also increasing during the short rows. So not only are you switching from knitting to purling, doing several different charts on a repeat, you're also making double stitches. You're increasing at a certain point every other row, and then you're going back into a round. But at some point you also need to add more of a certain chart. And I had ripped back like 8 times already, and I was like, I can't do this. I found a pattern that I can do. This is above my capabilities as a knitter at this point. And I actually, it's disheartening, you know. I mean, it's to learn, that's no problem. But if you keep getting stuck at the same point in the pattern, you're starting to doubt yourself a little. Well, more than a little actually. It's a thing. It's, yeah, just discouraging. So with that in mind, I ripped it back and I tried again. And in my mind, if I had to rip back a 9th time, it wasn't going to happen. Then I would have emailed Marzena and just asked her, well, I can't do this. Can you just send me the bill for this pattern? Because this is above my capabilities as a knitter at this point, but maybe in the future I can. I'm not saying it went 100% well, because I messed up, but obviously I did get through it a little bit further. I messed up on one of the charts. There you go. It's supposed to be crinkly like that, and I moved it over. But I did get there, and from there on out it is going pretty well. My brain is trying to go back. It's a 2x1 rib, and my brain just keeps going like 2x2, 1x1. So I do need to keep myself in check that I am actually doing a repeat as it was intended. But yeah, it is going okay. I am on increases. I have 28 more rows to go. On the increases, then I have a couple of rows to just knit. I'm trying to get my needles screwed on again. And then I'm splitting for the sleeves. Most of the testers have already split for the sleeves. I'm a little bit slow. It's fine. I'm catching up. I did 10 rows last night, so it's okay. Should be fine. So I'm using 3.75mm needles, which with Marzena I usually am able to get tension on the needle she suggests. I'm using well, this isn't it actually. This is the other one. I have a label. I am using Ostermann's Star Cotton. There you go. Which is 50 grams, about 160 meters. This is color 3, which is a red with a slight sparkle in it. Let me pick up the ball and show it to you. I'm also trying to keep my cat quiet. So, whoop. Yeah, like I said, I'm having that kind of week. Yeah, there's a slight, there you go, sparkle in there. Let's not focus on me, camera. I'm on my second ball at this moment. I started it yesterday. This is I like this brand. I think this dress is also the same brand, but they're fantasy colors, which is fine. Both are cottons. I like cotton. I work more with acrylics. I also work with wool. I'm not that picky. I just don't like mohair. Or maybe I just haven't found the right one yet, because I tend to work with vintage mohair and it gives me hives. I am allergic to it. That's why my Renaissance thingy got put on the back burner. Yeah, I might just try that with just lace weight yarn at some point, because I kept scratching and my eyes got puffy and I did not enjoy it. This is the cat that won't come and sit with us. The red one will. His sister won't. She won't, but she will ask for pets when I'm talking. So, yeah. Yeah, so deadline got moved back. It was end of August. It got moved to September 10th. So I'm hoping to show more around that date. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just put out the next podcast a little late to include it, or I'm just gonna see what I'm doing at that time. Yeah, I might just ask Marzain if it's okay if I show it. I have a small audience, so I'm not sure if it will be a big of an issue. Yeah. Finished objects. This looks so tiny. This is Nunzia, and we talked about Nunzia for the past 2 episodes. Yeah, this is the new version of Nunzia. The other one, they felt like the support wasn't enough for the ladies, so they changed a couple of things. They made the short rows a little different, the decreases a little different. This is my 4th Nunzia. I also made one for my niece, who sent me a picture. It looks great on her. She will send me some little pictures for me to put on my Instagram, because I told her I wanted to show off. I don't make a lot of projects for other people, so yeah. So this is the new one. It's not a bralette, it's just a crop top with a halter. I'm just gonna go like this. So yeah, you can see it a little. Looks a bit funny like this, but hey. There. I like this pattern. It's easy to modify. It is a quick make. I can make one in a week or less if I push it, or if I don't have that much to do actually. I can make this in like 3 days, 4 days if I really want to. It is a good project. It uses, what do you call that? It doesn't use much yarn. So this is leftovers from my Monoi. This is Katia Yarns, Cashmere Cotton. And in contrast to Monoi, this is so much squishier. It is soft to wear, it breathes. I can wear this with a bra, I can wear this without a bra. I like the pattern, so yeah. For my nieces, I used a cotton I think I mentioned in the previous episode, but it was a pink, so I had to order this, which was kind of a thing, because I bought this in a yarn store local to me, and they don't sell this anymore. Like I from the top of my brain, I don't have the brand anymore. I can't remember this, but I think it's, well, it's a cotton. I think it's this one. Victory Cotton. They don't sell it anymore. I can order this. I can order this online. I needed one. And I'm on a yarn band, right? Remember that one. I can order this online. It is €1. Or not even €1. It's a little less. And then I need to pay for shipping. €8. So yeah, I found a spot that did it for 5, and then I had to at least order for like €6 or €7 for them to ship it. So yeah, and I literally used like 4 or 5 meters of this. It was to finish half a strap, and my niece wanted halter as well. They didn't sell it anymore here. They just went, they're a durable store with scheepjes now. And I just needed one. It wasn't that expensive either. But to go through that store that sold this, I would have paid like €30 in public transportation. The insanity. And I was looking online. I was like, maybe if someone will sell it to me. No one sold it. So I did order it, and I got some sock yarn to go with it. And it's not like I don't have sock yarn, but hey. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed with that one, but hey, there's still yarn going out of stash, so adding that one isn't that bad. I might make another Nunzia and make it multicolor. Who knows? Like, I want to get through stuff, and at this point I will figure it out. So I got some, which is okay. I have this on, right? Because my dress is white. It looks fine, I think. I hope. If not, me. For hand dyeing. Van Schagenmaier, Regia. Not for yarn. It is 100 grams, 420 meters, or 459 yards. Which basically means that for the other one I had to go up, so it's more like 143 yards on the purple yarn. So yeah, not sure what I'm gonna do with it, if I'm gonna actually dye it, or I haven't done anything like that before, so part of my brain is tickled funny, like, that sounds like fun. Another part of my brain is like, that sounds like extra work for a sock. So we'll see. I will get it when I get it. And that's basically it. So yeah. And that's the only yarn I got this month. So still stuff is going out of stash. I have 6 balls of the for the red sweater I'm making right now. I'm hoping it's enough, because technically I will be like 100 meters short, so we'll see. Marzena usually makes really long sleeves. I like mine a little shorter because I will get stuck on stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll find out how it goes in that department. That's my goal for this month, finishing Nila. I'm working on my sock, working on my scarf, and the reason I cast on a scarf instead of working on my own lace top is lace also takes up print space. And my top, it's not a difficult one, but I'm on decreases, so I need to pay attention, and my brain isn't doing it at the moment. I'm changing some stuff around in my life at the moment to make it easier on myself. It takes a little time, so by 1st of September, hopefully I am able to focus more on my writing, because down the line that's what I do. After more than 9 years, I made the decision to stop working at my volunteer spot, which was a difficult decision for me. But sometimes you need to make the difficult decisions to make your life better. And my passion is writing, and with my attention being pulled in several different directions, I'm not writing that much anymore. I'm rewriting part 2 in my book series, and it's been a while since the first one came out, so I need to get moving on that. I need to make more of a priority, and with writing in general, I am also hoping to write more patterns. I have started half-mindedly with a thought of, well, I might try this. and I am willing to put in more effort into that. So with more time to do that, I'm hoping to make that work. We'll see how it goes. At this point, I'm more focused on my regular book, which I think down the line is more where my passion is. Knitting is more of a hobby, crochet is more of a hobby, and I've been wanting to be a writer since I was very little. So that's the goal at this time. What does that mean? It means I won't be doing my volunteer work anymore. It means I am getting back 4 days in my week. Other than that, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have consequences for my income. It doesn't have any changes in the other stuff I do. I just have more time to do them. So yeah, that's the thing. And you would think if making a difficult decision, then stuff will get easier, and it won't. I still need to talk to my manager. He's the last one on the list to talk to. So yeah, HR is already notified of me leaving. So that's the thing. And after I've taken all the proper steps, I might need to tell my coworkers I'm leaving, because it would be weird if I just stopped showing. So we'll see. It's still a heavy thing in my mind. And it wasn't an easy decision to make either way. I spent 9 years there. I did a lot. I met a lot of fun people. So, and I've always said that once it stopped being fun, or once I had the feeling that I wasn't able to learn anything anymore there, then I would start looking for something else. Well, it stopped being fun. I'm not able to learn anything at this point, and I'm not ready to find something else yet. So we're just going on a hiatus and finding myself, my passion for writing again, and that's okay, I think. So yeah, that was it. I'm hoping everyone is well. Bit of heavy news at the end. Hey, might change my frequency and recording as well, because I've got time. I might do some tutorials, maybe even put the cat tutorial out. Yeah, I hope everyone is well. I hope you enjoyed this rambly episode. I'm hoping next month I will be in a better space in my head, so that I can actually coherently make myself known without inadvertently wanting to switch back to Dutch. Yeah, guess I will see everyone there, and I hope you have a good one. Bye guys.